Fact, Guyana is the fourth smallest country on mainland of the South America after Uruguay, Suriname, and the French Guyana.
Hello friends, I am Lorraine Ward. Welcome to Homestretch Magazine from the Walter Roth Museum of Anthropology, said to be the first museum of anthropology in the English-speaking Caribbean. This week we will highlight the art of painting, personality of the week, cupping therapy, and Mon Repose Shiv Mandir after 4 years of hard work bearing rewards. This week, artist Nigel Butler gives us a glimpse into his street art campaign that fuels his mission to promote art in Guyana.
This morning we're here with Guyanese artist Nigel Butler. Nigel is on a quest to promote street art across the city, and of course today he's going to be taking us on a painting adventure.
It's going to be an environmental project, and we're going to be using these two hands cupping seedling.
Nigel Butler is a Guyanese artist who was born in Saramo, a small village located in the North Rupununi district and inhabited primarily by descendants of the Makushi nation. He left the village at an early age and was schooled in Georgetown, where he grew up and began dabbling in art.
Art came into my life because I was a loner, technically. Didn't really have brothers and sisters to play with in Georgetown, so I did a lot of on my own studies. So art and drawing came naturally. During school life, I practiced that most of the time. When I got into high school is when I got to teachers and they really started pushing me to do art around Form 2, 3. So from there I kind of took it to CXC. I got grade 2s. Well, I got a grade 2 in art, and I started to get more confidence in it. From there I took a year off and I went back home. I spent about 4 months there. Spent about 4 months there and came back to Georgetown. Started Burroughs this September after that, and stuck with Burroughs for 3 years. Graduated with a certificate in art. Was going for the diploma but fall short on that. Graduated with a certificate and credits. Then went into job life because I didn't want to study anymore. Mainly because it was a struggle getting through Burroughs alone. And money was the main thing. I needed to live now.
He then started doing fabric painting for Vanda's Designs, an indigenous fashion line referred to as wearable art. Like many artists, Nigel naturally has a deep connection to art, as it is a channel of expression for him.
For my art, it's kind of soul searching. Like I said, I grew up in Georgetown. I never got to know my family back there or know the type of tradition that we keep and go through every day. So it's kind of a soul searching in the sense that I get to explore different types of things or different areas within my culture through painting. So you might have an idea, you might think of something, and then you kind of go out and search for that, or you search a meaning to that something. And which leads you to your elders now. You ask questions and you get feedback and you come up with your own concepts now for a painting. So in that sense, soul searching, connection to your roots.
Here's what Nigel has to say to the public about art.
Learn more about it. Get yourself acquainted with it. And by get yourself acquainted, I mean go out, see art. If you have people you know of that does art, question them, I guess, or get to understand why they do art and get to understand how they do it. What I notice is that's what's lacking, the understanding behind it. If you understand something, you appreciate it and you get to show it, to see it in a different light.
He is also encouraging artists like himself to put out their work in the public domain so as to create awareness about art. He is so passionate about this initiative that he has started it himself, beginning with street art like these.
Do as much as you can on your own, because no one, unless they see your work or unless they appreciate what you do, wouldn't want to help you. So put as much work out as possible. And that's the premise behind doing free artwork. So I'm going around and doing murals now. That's a plan for next year.
Look out for more paintings like these around the city as Nigel continues his art awareness campaign. Time to enjoy a relaxing massage via cupping, an Asian form of alternative.
Cupping, an ancient form of therapy where special cups are placed on the skin and suction applied. It is used as a form of massage or alternative medicine. Cupping dates back to more than 1500 BC, but the uses and benefits have remained the same.
So are you okay? You feel too pain? I will open it one more time and put the pressure point. Like brackets, who have sometimes people have to do stiffness on the back side. So I'm going to put the pressure point and then we'll break it.
The main types of cupping are wet, dry, and fire cupping. This form of massage is done on the back. It stimulates blood flow, helps with upper and lower back pain, as well as neck and joint pain. Side effects of this method are numbness to the area and bruises. Black and blue marks are visible. These go away within 24 hours to 1 week. Traditionally, animal horns were used as the cups, but modern-day materials are glass, silicone, earthenware, and bamboo. So the next time that back aches and you're thinking about getting a massage, consider cupping. You won't regret it.
It was steady but very relaxing, and after the cupping therapy, I now feel like I've been born again. That complemented with the massage makes you feel really revived, really refreshed, and then top it off with a bath. It's as though you slept for 5 years.
I hope that felt as relaxing as it looked. Thank you, Katina, for that revitalizing piece. He took an early interest in music and began playing the saxophone at a tender age. Today, he's a professional that warms the heart of many with his melodious songs. Let's meet our personality of the week.
Hi everyone, this is Roy Stewart, aka Sweet Sax, saxophonist, and it's nice to be talking to you guys today. Of course, as you can see, I play the saxophone, and I love the saxophone, and the saxophone loves me. before I started out playing this beautiful golden instrument that's called a saxophone, I started out actually on something from nature, which is from a coconut branch that a friend of mine taught me how to make it and how to project it. At that time, we called it a blow, which is you just project a sound out of that instrument at that time. And of course, over time, I grew and I graduated to playing the recorder that I was introduced to by another friend in church. And as I grew and developed by hearing guys in my church play the saxophone, I was somewhat drawn to the instrument.
Years ago, Roy washed dishes at a cafe and saved money in order to purchase his first alto saxophone, which was a Selmer Bundy series.
My first major public performance was in Burbee's Quarantine. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, belonging to the Seventh-day Adventist conference in Guyana, right? So the youth director at that time was Pastor Onesi LaFleur, and he probably heard me play in churches somewhere or at a church somewhere. However, we were at this function that we call Youth Congress that we have every year, right? So we were in Quarantine Berbice, and you know, in the afternoon time we have something we call AY, which is Adventist Youth Society, where we come together as youths, and it was probably a very big crowd, and he said, would you like to perform a rendition? I was like, what? Seriously? A rendition? No? But, that was my breaking point. So, my changing point, of course. So I was like, yes, why not? Because I love to represent the Lord. I love to represent Christ. I love to represent Christianhood, right? So he put me on it was on the spot. I was not prepared for it, but he put me on the spot, and I'm thankful to God he did that. And because that taught me that you must be prepared for anything at all times.
This highly gifted musician is inspired by international saxophonist Lawrence Gudge, who helped him to get started, and the well-known Courtney Fadlin, who's like an older brother.
As a saxophonist, I have achieved 2 albums to my name, one entitled Miracle and one entitled Eclipse of Love. One is a gospel, more of a spiritual, inspirational, and one is much more of a soul, love song, right? So the Eclipse of Love is more of a cover. There are 2 cover albums of various songs that I would have, grown up listening to and stuff like that.
Raised in Suriname, this easygoing personality performs both locally and internationally, including in Curaçao, Trinidad, and Suriname. For 10 plus years, he's been performing at Advent Praise event held annually during the month of December in Guyana.
One ultimate thing to keep in mind is that playing the saxophone is a gift, and it requires keen attention. I take my saxophone so personal, so I call it she or her. I personalize it as a female, no offense, right? and I would say that I have to take care of it because it takes care of me. And I have to practice a lot to get better and better. I will never see myself achieving or arriving. No, I am growing every day and I have to put in the work.
An undeniably saxophonist whose elite entertainment exceeds great standards expectations. You can look forward to this father and husband making history.
With the power and inspiration of God, the Creator, my Creator, our Creator, and with a very awesome, understanding wife. Whenever I need to go on gigs, she's 100% supportive. I like to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Tamela Stewart, by the way, and our beautiful daughters, Jasmine and Janine. So that it's a case whereby one must find a balance within, his realm. When I'm not gigging, I try to make I try to make time for family. Whereby we, probably go to the mall, or we have, some fun time together as family. The next step for Roy Stewart in 2020 and beyond is that I will be officially launching my brand, which would be Sweet Sax Entertainment, and it will be done probably in the form of a concert, whereby we will be unveiling my logo and my service professionally.
I'm sure many of you are familiar with saxophonist Roy Stewart and the unique talents he possesses. Volunteerism is bearing fruit in Monterey Post on the East Coast Demerara. Let's join Anadia on the railway embankment at this sacred place of worship.
Members of the Monrepo Shiv Mandir have opened new doors to their newly constructed mandir. It's a time of excitement and emotion for many, as they would have been part of the long journey headed towards the auspicious opening. Through fundraising and donations, they have managed to complete the building just under 5 years.
Tonight I'm humbled and honored to be given the opportunity to plan, manage, design, and execute for you, on behalf of the Monrepo Shiv Mandir, our new building worth $9 million, which is here for the next generation and the youths of today.
The opening night was followed by 3 nights of Ramayana Yajna, officiated by Pandit Jagmohan.
So you have a good bunch of people from the community who prepared to work and to take this number to other level. Pranaji, however you would have done it, in whatever way you would have managed to work along with young and to bridge that gap between the young minds and the mature ones, you would have done it with excellence. I think it is with such lovely approach that success can be achieved in any undertaking. Om Yom Shanti Antariksha Shanti Prithvi Shanti Apa Shanti Oshada Shanti Vanaspati Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Eva Shanti Sama Shanti Devi Om Shanti 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 Adi. प्रेम से बोलो पवन पुत्र हनुमान स्वामी की
A tour of the mandir gave us a glimpse of the popular Shivala or Shiv Mandir with an ancient murti that has been there for more than a century.
Yeah, very, very ancient. And I think this is a wishing tree.
What would you say it is?
It's a wishing tree. Anyone that come into this mandir, pray in this mandir, they get a desire fulfilled. Yeah. It may not be immediate, but yes, they get the hundreds of people came into this mandir and they got to their rewards.
The mandir's Pandit Lalo explains that there is no information or record of this murti left behind, but he is sure it was made by the foreparents who came from India.
It's a dream come true for many of us, especially the treasurer of this mandir, I think, Yogesh. A mandir, it's very important for society because it provides an anchor for the youths to grow in their faith and spirituality, and ultimately society benefits.
And I'm very happy to see the mandir success at last, and Pandit Lalu and everyone associated with the mandir project. They've done an exceeding job, and it was a lot of work, but it came to a good end at last, and the mandir is very beautiful.
I think it's a good day not only for the members of the mandir, but it's a really, really blessed day for the community, because a mandir belongs to the community, and this mandir has a history that I have been privy to, in that when I came before everything got started, there's a little Shiva mandir at the back that was built by our ancestors, and I delighted in going into that little doorway and going in there. The feeling was indescribable. So I think those who came and who built that must be feeling a sense of peace wherever their souls are. But I think it's something to be very proud of, because from there to here, and it means that the community is growing. It means that there's great interest in Sanatan Vedic Dharma, and it also means there is a passion to leave a legacy.
Congratulations to the hard-working members of the Monripo Shiv Mandir, working against all odds to make the dream of a new mandir a reality.
With such a cooperative spirit among members, greater things are sure to happen at Monripo's Shiv Mandir. I am Lorraine Ward, reminding you to like our Homestretch Magazine Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be safe, keep smiling, and stay positive.